Hello, everyone. I'm still around. Just checking my phone. All right. What a pickle. I'm still in process of moving. I'm halfway between here and Wodonga. Furniture hasn't gone yet, but a lot of other stuff has. So I'm still going backwards and forwards, as it were, until I get myself there. So I thought I'd pop in today. I know how much so many people have missed me. Yay! How are you, BB girl? Hi, Susie. Hey, Karen. How are you? And I've missed you too. I managed to get on do some readings yesterday. This morning I was traveling. It's about a 5-hour trip. So, hey, Tiffany, Jeanette, how good is it to see you? Okay, Sue, hello. Yeah, I've done a lot of moving in my time. I'm one of these people. I've always sort of labelled myself a bit of a gypsy because I've constantly moved around. Hello, Lauren. How lovely it is to see you after such a long time. I reckon probably in my lifetime. Hey, Suzette, how you going? Probably like in excess of 50, 60 moves in my lifetime, but I just one of those things, I guess. Latika, how are you? So just another move in the direction of wherever I'm going. I just, you know me, I trust what's happening everywhere. Rosie, I'm really well. I hope you're really well. But anyway, yes, so I'm only on for an hour because it's the tip day today, so I have to get everything moving to the tip. How are you, Janet? So I thought I'd go and take some stuff to the recycling depot for today. I've been selling furniture, so I've got rid of a lot of stuff. It's been a very, very hectic time and very, not so much. Hey, Linda, how you going? Not so much a bad thing, just lack of hours in a day. Hey, Lizzie, how you going? Just a lack of hours in a day and tripping backwards and forwards, which is probably the hardest thing of all, like 10-hour, 11-hour round trip, really. So, but everything's good. Everything's amazing. Oh, Rosie, you're beautiful. You're right on top of it. You're a gem. So Rosie's doing Caitlin's job today. Caitlin normally does all of the blurbs for you and sort of keeps a track on anybody doing anything untoward, as we would think. Anybody sort of spamming or anything like that. I do try to keep an eye on it. And Caitlin normally puts the little blurbs up for you. So the lovely Rosie is going to do that. Now, Rosie normally steps in when Caitlin's not here, and Caitlin wasn't able to be here today. I'm not going to be here next week. However, after the 21st, I'll be settled in my new home. So I'll be able to sort of get back into a bit of a routine. I'm still doing personal readings. So in between all this, obviously, there's still personal readings going on. I guess as soon as my equipment goes, it sort of leaves me. Oh, Lauren. Yeah, so I can't remember what I was up to. So, but all good. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Once my equipment's gone, that means it will be unsettled over there. So I'm going to give away my desks here, and I already have purchased new desks for over there. So it's very exciting. All right, let's have a look and see what's going on. I've been giving the cards a good shuffle as we've been speaking. What message do you have for Vera today? Vera. You know, it's really nice because this last couple of weeks, although I haven't been around so much, I've been getting a lot of feedback from people in regards to the readings. And it helps me to understand how sometimes the readings sort of open up for you. Because sometimes I sort of have a bit of a general feel out for how long timelines are going to be. And sometimes things happen much quicker and other times they take a little bit of time. I guess the best thing to say to you is if things haven't completely unfolded for you, Don't be impatient. Just trust that it will come when it's ready. Sometimes it can take a little while. Sometimes it can happen very quickly. So I've been getting a lot of feedback lately on how readings are unfolding for people, and it's really beautiful to see. Okay, Vera. Vera, there's a great feeling here that you are, I guess this feels like you're really starting to find yourself. There's a real energy here that you've become a little bit dissatisfied with where you are in your life at the moment. And the more you're growing to love who you are and accept who you are, I feel like there's a real, it's like you're starting to recognize sort of maybe negative language or the way that you respond that isn't really the best way for you to respond. And you're recognizing that because you're building this beautiful energy of love for yourself. But the more you start to love yourself, the more you're starting to become a little bit dissatisfied with those things around you. And you're starting to, what I feel, is see through the confusion or see through the illusion of what's going on. I feel that the next several weeks are going to be very much about you deciding what things you want to pay attention to in the future and what things you need to move away from. There's a real strong feeling that you are identifying, oh, look at this. You're identifying what is right for you and what's not right for you. So let's show you. So I can see you moving away from energy. You have like a lot of energy of confusion around you, but I also feel like you're starting to lift the veil and see where you are in your life. And I see the dissatisfaction. It's like things are not really coming together the way you want them. But what I do see here is a person who is practicing self-love. And for me, the more that you are getting into this energy of the Queen of Cups, you're becoming more psychic, more in tune with your energies. And as you do this, some of these things here are going to change for you. You're going to find more satisfaction in what you do, but you're also going to see through things that no longer serve you. I feel like it's like you're trying to work your way onto your life path. So you know where you're meant to be going. Yeah, see the Magician's come out here now. So I see you know where you're going, and I feel like it's really good that the more you love yourself, the more you are in tune with what's right for you and what needs to go. So doing a great job. Spirit is showing, you know, like that you're really starting to pay attention to your own wants and needs, which is really good. All right, Vera, BB girl, you've got a little blurb down a little bit further. Okay, oh my goodness, busy people. You're currently doing now, I've got to say to you, BB girl, you've had a job around you for quite some time now. So I feel like something is still happening. The funny part is there's so much work at the moment. Everywhere I go, there's signs up in windows. So the need for employment here is really high. I feel like you just need to perhaps expand yourself a little bit, because I really feel there's something on the table for you. And I feel like it's been coming probably for the last couple of months. Don't give up yet. Something is definitely coming towards you. I know another lovely woman on here who I told a while back I could see a job for her, and it's taken a few months for her to get there. So I want to say to you, don't lose faith. Don't give up. Just trust that it's coming. All right, let's have a look for you. Yeah, so you're coming out in this sort of energy here. Now, this card here, the Page of Swords, says to me that you're going to find something over the internet. So don't give up on that, all right? Because this is research. This is looking for something. I feel like something's out there. So don't get into this energy. If you get into the energy of lack or not having, then it may make it harder for you to find what you're looking for. Spirit is saying to you, take time out. It's coming. So there's definitely something stable coming towards you, something you're going to really love and enjoy. I feel like here it's in the 4 of time, so 4 weeks would be my take on that. It could be 4 days or 4 months, but it doesn't feel that long. But there's definitely an offer here, a more stable offer. Try not to get into the energy of lack or giving yourself a hard time because things aren't happening. Just trust that they're out there and they're coming towards you. But the information here says to me you're going to find something online. So keep up looking online, making sure that you are sort of, I don't know, getting emails delivered to you, whatever it is, but definitely looking like something coming to you through messages. All right, Tiffany. Do you feel like you will get your bond back and everything moved okay on your own? You're struggling here. I'm not around to give you a hand, really. Otherwise, I'd be quite happy to give you a hand. Let's have a look. Will you get your bond back? Okay, like I want to say to you first before we go any further, I'm pretty sure you're a Capricorn. Don't get into the negativity as well, because you've got that coming through in here. There's sort of an energy of you sort of going down that road rather than staying positive. I feel like this move is really, really good. All right. You're closing out some sort of cycle. But along with it, we get the Devil card. Now, I know this represents Capricorn, but I'm feeling here that this is sort of this energy of getting trapped in an energy of perhaps bogging yourself down with the worst rather than realizing you're closing something out and it's going to lead to something greater, because at the end of your reading, I have the Ace of Wands. All right. So that tells me don't sort of get into this negative energy. It is closing out. You will let it go and you will move on and let go of this energy. There is a brand new start. In the middle of that, I got the 10 of Pentacles. So for me, this is saying to you financially, you're going to be okay. There may be some ups and downs here, but at the end of the day, you are traveling away from something that has kept you locked for a while. So there's some sort of significance to this move here because I have the Ace of Wands coming through. So good move, positive outcomes. Don't get bogged down in the negativity. And it does look like there is money coming to you here. So if you've done everything you needed to do, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't get back what you've put in. All right. Susie, the lovely Susie. Thanks, Susie. I hope everything's good with you. Okay, let's have a look at Susie. I think that once the move's done and we can sort of get on with our lives, that's really good. But I think like while you're all in the, you know, you hate to sort of go away each time, but you know it's got to be done, that sort of thing. All right, Susie, what's going on for you? Oh, you always get such beautiful positive cards. Look at that. Oh, what can I say? Beautiful, and I know you know tarot. So you have the Four of Wands here, and I when I put this out, I got that feeling of like that. So everything's good in your world at the moment. I feel like, you know, even if there's little hiccups and things, kids are doing well, life's pretty good. You've adjusted to something here and you're feeling really comfortable with where you are. I feel that's really, really strongly coming through here because I have next to that the Temperance card. So as far as I'm feeling here for you, it's like everything, your ducks are in a row, at least for the time being. That doesn't mean things aren't going on, but for the most part, you're feeling really adjusted. You're moving in your own energy. You're vibrating high and you're really comfortable with where you are. Because I got the Emperor through too, and I have a feeling this is something to do with your work, although I don't really have anything here. But it may be that your work or what you're doing in your work or on your life path at the moment is also resonating really well. I feel that you have this tremendous energy of feeling very powerful where you are. You're really sort of in the zone. I also have an energy of moving away from things. The Six of Swords for me is a good energy though, because it just says to me that you're not sweating the small stuff. You're leaving sort of stuff behind. You're learning how to let go and go with the flow. And when I clarified that, I got the Magician. So I feel like from the energy of these cards that you are absolutely in the mood to manifest what you want here. Beautiful energy coming through, but I always get good cards for you, so that's beautiful. All right, Lauren, throw something at you. Why not? Okay, let's see what we've got for you. Hey, spirit animal, how are you going? Okay. Lauren. Lauren, you have a brand new start coming in here, although at the moment you're perhaps in a little bit of an energy of I know that you don't think negatively. I know that you don't, but I feel like here you've come up against a little bit of a brick wall in terms of money. All right. So there sort of feels to me like this energy of where's the next money coming from? And I want to say to you, Spirit gave me these two cards. So there is a brand new beginning coming. It is something I can see this 6. Look at the guy on the horse having a look at the Ace of Wands here. So there is something coming towards you going to really enjoy. I feel like there's going to be a lot of new growth here for you. I feel 100% this is to do with your work. I don't feel like it's to do with relationships. I feel like there's been a lot of dissatisfaction in the past here, but you've got good news coming through with this Page of Wands. So don't sort of slide into this energy, or if you're in this energy, stay really focused on where you want to go. You're on the 9. It's nearly time for it to go. I feel like this is definitely a work thing for you. It doesn't feel romantic. It certainly feels like Spirit's just saying, stay where you are, do what you're doing all the right things. Don't worry about what's happening or what's not happening. Just focus on what you've been doing, because there's definitely success there with that victory card. All right. Considerate throne. Jess, thank you. What is your highest good about what's coming in for love? Let's have a look for you. Okay, Jess, beautiful. First off, you've got the Chariot coming through. I feel, unless you're a Cancer, in which is significant, okay, so you've either recently moved away from something that's created conflict that you feel you put a lot of work into. I feel like you've got somebody coming through for you, possibly a Cancer. This person's coming in with a love offer, possibly in the next, it could be 8 weeks, 8 months here. Okay, I feel like you're ready. I feel like you're ready for a commitment. You're done with, there was something in your past here which is still sort of hanging around your energy here, something that you may have had to walk away from or heal from. Something that created a great deal of distress. And I feel like whatever this situation was, you put a lot of work into it. So maybe it was confusing that it didn't work out. That's the way it feels. There is a love offer coming in for you. The thing is, I'm saying the 8 of time, and then I get the card of Pisces. So it could be that this is around about March next year. So that would maybe be a little bit more than what. Let me just clarify, because that would definitely feels like it's Pisces energy. Yeah, the sun's here. So you've definitely got a love offer coming in, let's say within the next 8 months. Could be from a Cancer, but I feel like this is more representing a relationship that is equal, that is you've got somebody putting into, because I get the King of Pentacles coming through. So it's sort of this energy that this particular thing that's coming towards you is a lot more both people implementing or both people giving and receiving. It's much more reciprocal. That's the word I'm looking for. And I feel like this is, you know, we always talk about the one, but we can have lots of ones, right? But this person is going to be really good. Could be a Cancer. I'm really feeling a water sign, especially because Pisces came out too, but strong Cancer energy. I feel like this person's going to be very loving and very devoted to you. So it's worth waiting for. Do what you need to do in the meantime. All right, Jeanette. Let's have a look, Jeanette. Spirit messages for Jeanette, please. Okay, I thought that was happening. Jeanette, you have really nice cards here. These are the sort of cards you want to see. So the first card I pull for you is the Empress. So whatever's going on here, I feel like this is probably a time where you're starting to be really comfortable with who you are. You know, you may have done a lot of work on yourself, but I feel like you're ready for new things. There is a feeling here with this Four of Swords that you've become a little maybe bored or dissatisfied with what's been coming your way. I do have the High Priestess next. So I want to say to you, keep going, because you seem to be really developing a beautiful insight here. So you may be starting to use your intuition rather than overthinking things, because something is coming towards you quite quickly here. Now, I feel like you've sort of got a little bit, it's almost like you've got a little bit of resistance to it. So sometimes what we can do is when things aren't happening quick enough, we can be doubtful, but we can also sort of see that as being realistic. But don't be realistic. Keep your imagination going. Keep your intuition on point here, because you are manifesting here. Because what I see coming through is the Lovers with the Hanged Man. So it's sort of like the energy of spirit saying to you, let go of your expectations, let go of your wants and desires, whatever it is coming towards you here. Now, the Lovers card definitely feels like there's some sort of partnership coming in, but they are asking you to just let go and run with it, because somebody is moving very, very quickly here towards you, just waiting for you to let your guard down a little bit. You could have already met someone, you could have already had someone who's interested in you, but whatever, just let it go and just let it unfold. Don't try to focus on what's going to happen or how it's going to happen. Just allow it to unfold. All right, baby girl. Open to any messages from Spirit. Now, I'm pretty sure when I pulled the cards for you before I got that Five of Pentacles through, this is worrying about money. All right. I feel like for you really strongly that you are worrying about money and you're hanging on to things too tightly. So, baby girl, you know that I always say to you, try not to hang on to it. People say to me, you know, but yeah, I'm really worried about where money's coming from. And my question is, do you think worrying will bring it in any quicker? Do you think worrying about something is going to make it happen? All it does is saps your energy, makes you feel like that, and it doesn't move anything. So when you're starting to get into those low moods where you're starting to question and having difficulty, remember that money is energy and it needs to move. That doesn't mean you go and spend like a madman, but don't worry about where the next dollar's coming from. I bet if you look back at your life, you've always had something. But there's a real feeling here that you need to let go of the worry and the stress connected to your finances. Yeah, I can see you waiting. You're being very patient here. I feel like something is definitely coming your way. And being this is the 3, it could be March. And the 10 of Cups is after that. So I feel here, I just want to put one more card on this. And there it is, 2 of Cups. I feel like you've got love and support around you anyway. So we'll just leave that there. But I also feel that there is something developing here in the background in regards to either your relationship. Maybe you're not getting what you want in the relationship department. And I want to say to you, just hold tight. It's coming. Because I have the 2 of Cups. So I'm feeling this is in relation to love. Whatever this is, if you have an expectation of how your relationship should go, I would say to you, just let it go. It is happening, even if you can't see it at the moment. So it could be with the 2 of Cups that something is moving in a new direction with your relationship. It is coming for you. All right. Rosie, could you get a message from Spirit? Of course you can. Okay. Rosie, you've got the Tower here with the star. Oh, boy. Okay. King of Swords, 10 of Cups. That's very interesting because I feel like there's a saying here, and I'm not sure what the saying is, but it's sort of like out of turmoil, love is born, or out of something is, it's like Spirit is saying to you here that sometimes you have to sort of start again or peel everything back, or it's like out of the dirt grows the mighty oak, like that sort of energy. But there's a saying here. So let me show you. So you have the Tower coming through. So this means that something has to go to rock bottom before it comes back up again, because you have the Star here. So the universe is saying to you here, this is part of your journey. You're letting something go in order to bring something new in. So you may be letting go of an old way of being or whatever else, but there's a transformation here. And what you're in fact doing is you're healing from something that has kept you sort of blocked for a really long time. Now, I do have the King of Swords coming through and the Ten of Cups. And what I want to say to you here is I feel like very strongly here, this is acknowledging old emotions that do not serve you anymore, cutting them out to move to the Ten of Cups. Now, sometimes this can mean about a situation, but I feel like more here, this is talking about you at a deeper level. There is something here that you are rebuilding within yourself, and it's going to put you on a much more stable foundation. The one thing to keep in mind is the balance of the logical mind, because sometimes we can get quite emotional and get bogged down in our emotions. But I feel like you're trying to work out how to do that for yourself. So maybe you're starting to notice it. For some people, and I'm learning all the time about things, but for some people, you may have found when you were a child that having emotional outbursts got you what you want. Now, I'm not saying you chucked yourself on the ground or anything like that. No, not on the contrary. Maybe you hold on to your emotions when you should be letting them go. But there is something here about your emotional self that needs to be swept away, and you need to sort of get into your logical mind. Or you need to have a balance of both would probably be more efficient for you. And maybe, because I'm looking at this here and I'm feeling like here, because this is a card of moving away from something, and we have the Eight of Swords here. So maybe you're letting go of some sort of idea about yourself that's not true. But something here you're breaking down in that Tower and rebuilding with the Star card. All right. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, done a big jump then, didn't I? Boy, Rosie. Okay, Latika, Rosie. All right, so I've got Latika. You've just moved towns. Everything seems to be all over the place with yourself. Kids settling into the new school. Partner with new job. Will it all settle down? Let's have a look for you. I would say to you, even though at the moment it feels a little bit negative and you're feeling, I feel like you're too spread, Latika. It's like you're too spread out. I feel like things are moving very, very quickly. And I do have the card that always represents a house move for me. But after that, I have the Three of Cups. And I'm feeling like this is a really good move for you. But it almost feels like it was not forced, but it was something you had to do here. So there is forward movement. Absolutely, because you have the Chariot. And I feel like you've left something behind here with the Devil card. So to me, it looks like it was a really good move. And once things settle down, I feel that you will I feel like your social life is going to sort of increase. I feel like you're going to get a lot more support where you are. But at the moment with the Devil card, you may be sort of like quite tired and quite stressed about things with this Devil card, and it makes me feel like you're looking through the eyes of someone who's tired and worn out. Things are going to really sort of go on the up and up. You've got the Six of Pentacles coming through. So I feel like at the moment it feels like a bit drudgy and a bit thick and a bit ploddy. But I feel like once you get through the next 2 to 3 weeks, things are going to start really picking up. I feel like your children are going to really love this move, but for you, there feels like a lot more sort of support around you and a lot more people that perhaps if you're looking for something social or you're looking to increase your social life or even get a job, there's a real strong feeling that everything's going to move very smoothly through that after the next 2 to 3 weeks. So hold your horses. I do have the Six of Pentacles, so I do feel all round this is going to be a very positive sort of move into a new direction. I feel like it's going to refresh you, even though it doesn't seem like that at the moment. I feel like you're going to really enjoy the move itself. All right. Rosie, does the name Graham resonate as a person to assist you? Let's have a look. If he is a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, I feel like for sure. Yes, this Graham is actually offering you something here. It could be, I've got two energies coming through here on each end of this. One is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This one, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But we could be talking about someone who's in law, accounting, IT, someone who is a business person but uses their voice. So it could be someone who's in sales, for example, but whatever this is, it's someone very vocal. But because I have the King of Cups here, I'm feeling like here that this may be the same person. So you may actually have a very strong bond to this person. I feel like they're coming up as the King of Swords. So there's someone, and this could be someone who investigates or finds clarity in things. So I would say to you, yes, because you have an offer here for something, and it's going to help you take make some sort of decision, because you're taking some sort of leap of faith here. So yes, I would say to you, Graham could be someone who would be good for you. I feel like this person is very, very good with their words. As I said, they could be in a career where they have to be very outspoken, direct, but they have to use their voice. But when I look at the King of Cups, I feel a little bit of affection for this person as well. So whoever Graham is, I would say to you, yes, a very good resource for you at this time. All right, let's have a look. Janet, an update from Spirit. You guys are amazing. You always do the 1111 or the 888, or it's gorgeous. I love it. Thank you. Okay, Janet, 1111. Update from Spirit for you. Okay, there's something that you have addressed here that you have been needing to address. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on here, but whatever it is, it seems to have freed you up a little bit. I feel like you've come up against something that you've done that has helped you move into a new space. Let me show you. So you have the Seven of Wands, and for me, the Seven of Wands is sort of like sometimes standing your ground or standing a bit too firm on something. And I feel like somehow or another here, you sort of put your guard down a bit because you've got the Nine of Pentacles next. So I feel like somehow or another you've let up on something or let go of something that was holding you back, which is really good because we have the Empress next to that. And as I always say, the Nine of Pentacles with the Empress is a beautiful energy. I'm not sure if it's something to do with business because you do have the King of Pentacles here, or whether it's something to do with an ex-partner. But whatever this is, it seems to me like you've broken the dam, or you've opened something up, or you've opened a door, because it's allowing you to step into your own power here with somebody. If this is you here with the King of Pentacles, then that would say to me completely that you've stepped in your power after perhaps addressing something or letting something go that was bothering you. Now, this could be in regards to your work. Let me just put a couple more cards down. Ace of Wands, you've got a brand new beginning here. And the Justice card is here. With the Magician. Okay, I'm not so sure that you haven't asked for a divorce or a separation here. Something you've asked for which is going to lead to a brand new start. And I feel like whatever this was with that Seven of Wands, it's been holding you back, because look at you now with the Justice card and the Magician. I feel like you're booming forward in a big way. So it's like, I almost want to feel like you've cut through something, slashed through something, broken through something here with this Knight of Swords. And it's allowing you to become, maybe you've slashed like the devil energy, where you've slashed the chains that have been holding you to something. But you're definitely moving in a better direction. You're feeling more fulfilled. It's like you've let go of something and you're ready to run now. Really nice energy. Maybe it's a fear of letting something go or a fear of cutting loose of something, but definitely feeling like that has been a big advantage for you. All right, Karen. Okay. Yeah, the position is back up. I bet you're tempted to go for it again because I darn well would. Any new job updates? Okay. I love getting feedback. Thanks, Lauren. I said there was a man coming in, but there could be distance between you. Funny that. Hey, Scott, how you going? All right, let's have a look at Karen's energy here. That Knight of Swords is making some appearances today too. Okay, Karen, first thing I want to say to you is let go of the stress. You're getting yourself into a bit of a sort of anxiety or anxious state here. So I know that you are really maybe frustrated, especially in regards to the last job. I do have you coming up as the Queen of Pentacles. So I want to say to you, the Ace of Swords is here as well. So there is clarity coming in regards to something, because I see a job or a position coming in very, very quickly here. And it is going to allow you to move away from this energy that you're creating here. If I didn't know, but it's almost like self-sabotage. So just watch that you're not saying things to yourself that are perhaps a little bit harsh, because we do that, you know, like if you're going to intimidate people when you go for a job, that's not your issue. Somebody would obviously feel that you were better suited than them, and that's a bit scary. So people do think like that when they're interviewing. I've actually worked with people like that. I'm not like that at all. I figure if you've got the guts to come in and take the job from me, then I wasn't doing as good a job as you were, or you're going to. So it's sort of, for me, if you're going to make yourself small because you believe someone else is going to take something away from you, that's that person's problem, not your own. For you, there is something coming in here, and I feel like you've got the Queen of Swords coming through. I feel like we're talking very, very shortly. So we're in Aquarius season at the moment, 9th of February. Yeah, I feel like this is really close. Maybe within the next 7 days or so. So I don't know what you've applied for, but something is coming in very, very quickly here. Now, I've noticed, because we've had such a dramatic change in the way things are over the last few months, there is so much work around at the moment, so much everywhere I go. And I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, retail or whatever else, but there is so much work around at the moment. But it's only just surfacing now. So I don't know what's happened. I know that places are really low on staff. I know that people are searching for people, but I feel like almost like we've had a lull or a void for the last couple of months. And now all of a sudden, everything is out there again. Something is coming towards you very, very quickly here. So if you've already applied for something, it could be something that you applied for in November. Definitely coming towards you in a very big way. But I'd be very tempted to go for the other one again. Sorry, I would do it just to annoy people. Just send my resume in again. Just do it differently this time. There's no harm in going for it again if it's really what you want. All right. Spirit animal. Oh, you've got an interview soon. Excellent. HarperCollins. Okay, very nice. Thank you, Rosie. 1 hour 45. I guess that beats 5 hours. Okay. Excellent, Susie. Okay. Marion, how are you? It's lovely to see you on board. Sometimes it sneaks in, Lauren. Don't let it sneak in. Don't let it sneak in. I don't think it's that you're worried about getting a job. I think you're just worried about the dollars. So don't worry, it's coming. All right, let's have a look at spirit animal. Spirit animal. HarperCollins full-time role. Ooh, there's a choice here. Okay, you've definitely got a choice here. So there seems to be two things on the table here. It's like you have two opportunities coming towards you and you're tossing up between two. I feel like one of them is either really close, could be the one you've gone for there, HarperCollins, very possible, because one looks like to me it's in the next 8 days, so it's not far away. But something else is coming in the meantime. There's another opportunity that's coming to you. And I feel this may create a little bit of confusion for you. You may feel a little overwhelmed with trying to make a decision. Now, I have a feeling that whatever is coming in here it sort of has this energy that you may have applied for it a while back and maybe either forgotten about it or thought it wasn't going to happen, because it has an energy of old. You definitely don't know which way to go here, all right? And I can't tell you which way you're going to go. So let me show you what I've got here so you understand. There is a decision to be made here. Now, I do have to clarify that I got the Justice card and the Four of Pentacles. Now, that says to me, it doesn't really matter which way you go with this. It is about your choice, all right? So the Justice card means that you may have two extremely good jobs put in front of you here. The Four of Pentacles for me is about, letting go of your expectations, go after what you want to do. Even if one is perhaps a little bit less or more money, go after what you want. Don't hold on. Just decide that it's what you want here, because there's something coming in very, very quickly here with this Eight of Wands. So to me, this feels like something in the next week or two. Absolutely. But then I have this other offer coming in, which is sort of, if you have a look at it, is competing with what we have here. And I can see your confusion. So the energy I have here from what I'm feeling is you need to go with what floats your boat. What ices your cake, whatever you'd like to say. But it needs to be what you want. And then I pulled the Justice card out again. Definitely go after what you want. So if you want that, I feel like that one's going to be up for you. But there's also something I feel like is coming back in, or something that you let go of or didn't think was coming towards you is also going to be on the table. Go with what you want to do. All right. Okay. Oh, that's really harsh, Linda. I'm sorry to hear that. Sometimes when we put things off, Spirit has a way of sending in the tower, which it sounds like you're getting at the moment, where everything needs to be attended to at once, and it can be quite overwhelming. But I really feel quite strongly here that you are actually going in a brand new direction. So don't give up on it. Just go with the flow. Don't worry about next week or the month or whatever. Just live in the moment. I feel like things are going to really turn out well if you don't force a result. Okay, Scott. Scott. Any messages from Spirit for you? Okay. Okay. There has been a little change in your energy, Scott. So I don't know what you've been doing, but I do feel here that you're learning to maybe let go of anxiety, or learning to let go and just trust, because you're starting to see through an illusion here, which I think is really good. And because of this, something is moving forward in your life now. And there seems to be some sort of opportunity coming towards you. Oh, Spirit's going to be cagey with this one. Okay. I feel like you may be learning how to just live in the moment. And I feel this has been really difficult for you to understand, because I feel you're either an anxious person who wants to know what's going on and you need the control to know what's going on in the future. And of course, it's one thing we have to learn not to do is to control or try to control what's happening. As I always say, we have little control in our lives. You can control what you wear in the morning, but you don't know if you're going to drop breakfast down the front of yourself and have to change. You can control, when you put the garbage bin out, for example, but does that always mean the garbage man's going to pick it up? So at the end of the day, everything is sort of to a certain degree out of our control. And learning to live with that and just learning to live in the moment without focusing on the future or going back to the past can be hard. I was listening when I was driving today to Dr. Joe Dispenza, who I love his work. And he talks about the past a lot, like how we, even though we try to let go of the past, there are aspects of ourselves we keep hanging on to because they feel very comfortable for us, which means we are constantly living through our past experiences rather than making the changes we need to make. Now, the reason I say that is because I feel like here you've broken through something, and I feel like it has something to do with your anxieties. So maybe you're starting to understand how not to focus on the future so much, but to allow yourself just to sort of coast along and do what you need to do. That to me looks like because of this, you're getting a lot of changes. So I can see you letting go of some sort of illusions. So for me, that's really good because I know you've been stuck on some of these things for a little while now. I see forward movement, a lot of forward movement. So it's almost like you're starting to understand how to do this. But I also see you finding the balance within yourself too. So maybe the balance of the logical mind with the heart, but maybe not allowing your emotions to fully take control. So something you're learning to balance here. I feel like the next few months are going to bring a lot of change for you. I see changes at work. I see changes in your love life. I see changes because you've let go of the dissatisfaction. What does that mean? So I feel like here there has been a dissatisfaction with you, like things aren't going, things aren't happening. My life's not going quite in the right direction I want it. And you're sort of focused on the lack because you're not going where you want to go. So again, you're sort of focusing on the future. And it's like you've changed that a little bit. Perhaps you're starting to see yourself as the observer now, and you're standing in your energy right here, right now, and being really grateful for where you are rather than having that lack energy. And the lack energy comes from always thinking something outside of yourself is going to make you happy. That immediately goes to lack. So, if I have a relationship, I'd be a better person. Or if I had someone in my life, I'd feel more complete. If I had a better job, then maybe I'd enjoy going to work a bit more. All of those things create lack. So the way to manifest is to remember that you need to be grateful for where you are right now. And I somehow feel if you haven't got there yet, you're about to step into that energy, Scott. Wow, deep reading for you today. All right. Okay. Moira, how are you going? Brenda, let's have a look what's going on for you. No, Jeanette, nothing happening right now. Okay. Hey, Rebecca, how are you going? Chandra, how are you? Ataya, yes, I missed you all guys too. Beautiful. Thanks, Rosie. All right, Brenda, let's have a look for what's going on for you in love. Oh, wow, you have a brand new beginning coming through for you here. All right. Now, I'm not sure if you're out and about and already starting to date, but you've definitely got communication coming in here, possibly from a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. I feel like you've let go of something. So maybe you've let go of something from your past, or you've let go of a certain way of thinking about things because you have clarity through change here. So it's sort of the energy of, I feel like consciously making a decision to put something to an end. Now, sometimes this can be negative thinking or something we're creating around us that's holding us back because it's like wallowing in your own sadness. I don't feel like it's exactly like that for you, but I feel like you've come through something that's either taken you a long time to get over, or you're just starting, you may have consciously decided to get over something or put it behind you. So there's an ending here. There's an ending and clarity coming through because of that. Now, I see somebody coming towards you here. So there's definitely somebody on their way to you, but I feel somehow or another, yeah, there's definitely a love offer here. It's something you've been waiting for. Something you've been watching over and waiting over. And I've got that energy of, all right, so sometimes when things don't come towards us, we keep questioning why it's not happening. Why is it not happening? Oh, why? I've done this, I've done that. Why is it still not happening? But if you're still asking the question, why is it not happening? That in itself is going to slow it down. So I have you sort of doing this sort of energy of perhaps going backwards and forwards on something. But whatever this is, you're sort of closing it out here. And I feel like this is going to bring clarity, and you have a brand new love offer coming here. Now, because you have the King of Cups here, I'm feeling like the energy maybe Pisces season, maybe in the next month or so. I mean, it could be Cancer season through to, let's say, somewhere between March and June. June would be my guess. So definitely not far away, Brenda. Whatever you're letting go of, it's going to free your energy up. So something is coming. Don't question. Don't ask where it is. Just trust that it's coming towards you. Because the moment you start questioning how your future is going to pan out, you're not living in the moment. You're living in the future again. Definitely on its way. All right, let's have a look at what else is going on. Sue. Oh. Anything Spirit wants you to know. Let's have a look. So, Malati. Have you put a question up for me, whoever Malati is? I love your little duva, the little blue duva. It's really cute. All right, let's have a look for Sue. Something you're okay. This is really interesting, Sue, because you have here the Hanged Man, followed by the Judgment card, followed by Temperance, and followed by the Nine of Wands. Now, looking at this, I would say to you, you've closed out something from your past because you're seeing things from a different perspective to what you used to. There is something that either you've been cycling on something or you're about to recognize. Remember, these readings may be future. They may not be right now. Could have already happened too. There is something you were seeing a certain way, and I feel like it was pulling you down. It was sort of making it really, really hard for you to see something a certain way. Now, sometimes when we have like these sort of cycles or repetitive ways of thinking, sometimes they seem so normal for us. We don't even see that it is not healthy for us. I'm trying to think of something that happened today, and it made me realize that sometimes even I can get stuck in a certain way of thinking. But it's sort of like it's so entrenched in our psyche. Again, this is Dr. Joe Dispenza talking about this morning, because he said, you know, sometimes you can do things so many times with your mind, but in the end, your body just accepts them as being right and normal. So there is something here that you are understanding at a really deep level. It's something from your past here. And whatever this is, it's going to bring in greater balance for you because you're going to close out some sort of cycle here. Now, it could be something like just a way of believing or seeing yourself, or maybe a way of believing or seeing your world. You know, like, for example, we all have a need to fix other people. We all find, a lot of us here are people pleasers at the very core of us. We like, and even though I know now not to do that, it's a trauma response. It avoids conflict, always pleasing others. Sometimes we just slip into the pattern of doing it because we're so adjusted to making sure we're always doing the right thing. And it's not until we actually recognize that within ourselves that we can put something back into perspective. Whatever this is for you, it's something from your past, and it's something with that hanged man that is keeping you in the energy of stuckness. Now, it may not really resonate with you at this point. If you haven't realized it yet, I feel like it's about to come to light. And, you know, as I said, sometimes even though we heal and we understand what we've been doing, sometimes it's very easy for us to slip back into it, slip back into a negative way, or a victim mentality, or, you know, a Debbie Downer, or giving ourselves a hard time. You know, like sometimes I do things and I have a terrible habit of swearing in a way that is really not nice at all. And every time I say it, I think, why do I say that? So, you know, the whole, you know, really heavy stuff we land on ourselves sometimes. And every time I say things, I think, what is it about that particular statement that I can't stop saying it? But it's become a habit to me now. And before I've even realized it's out of my mouth. So anyway, whatever it is for you, Sue, I feel like you're about to see something. All right, Rebecca. I have to be quick. We're getting close to the end. Relationship with Peter will manifest. And what is the path through the obstacles? I feel like something is going to move forward, but when you say path and obstacles, I'm like, oh my goodness, there is so much here. It actually makes me feel a little uncomfortable to say to you, this is not an easy road at all. I feel like there's a commitment here that is becoming either posing a problem. Somebody doesn't want to get beyond a commitment. So it could be that somebody doesn't want to get involved with somebody else because they have a commitment to somebody. I feel like the choice will be to move forward. But when you're asking there, the path through the obstacles, I would say to you, communication and patience are really strong here. Not wanting to move things quickly, moving very, very slowly and very methodically, like really making sure that every move forward is something that is done in a way that's well thought through. Communication, really, really important here. Being able to speak up, say what you want to move forward, because there's a lot of anxiety here through this situation. It's very heavy. I do feel with the Cancer card, though, there is a way through. But in order to get through, I feel like this is why these two cards have come up together, because it's like the way forward is there, but you can't get your sphinxes to move. And there seems to be a lot of choices and balance. That's the way I see it. But with this sort of energy, I would say it's quite stressful. You need to take it slow. You need to be really clear with communication. But I feel like more than that, there is something that's standing between you here with the Hierophant card. So that could be someone has a commitment to somebody else, but there's something here that is making it even more difficult. All right, I will leave you with that. Malati, did you pop a question up for me? No? All right, I'll come back to Malati. Sylvia. Hey, Tina, how you going? Okay. Sylvia, payoff or settlement, when and where is it coming from? Okay. There's a King of Cups here, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So it may be coming from a person. There seems to be a flavor of overseas here, or distance for some reason. There is definitely money coming towards you, definitely, which will definitely put you on the right path. When and where is it coming from? Golly, it looks like it's coming from overseas is what I need to say. So I don't know why that is. The High Priestess is here with the 10 of Swords and the 5 of Wands. So it's almost like a settlement. It looks like a marriage settlement. That's what it looks like to me from somebody who's perhaps overseas. That's the sort of energy that's coming through here. There is definitely money coming though. But the 6 of Pentacles says to me that it's a share of something. It's not something that's just coming from one person to one person. Something is being shared here. And it feels like it's coming from someone who's overseas. Now, it could be a father figure here. But there's some sort of ending that needed to happen for this. So I'm not sure if this is a will or a divorce or separation. Because this makes me feel like it could be something to do with the ending of something with the High Priestess here. But this makes me feel like it's some sort of balance or settlement from a breakdown in a relationship, a commitment. This makes me feel like you're dealing with someone that's at a distance. And again, making me feel like if you're waiting for money to come in, it's coming in from something to do with overseas. Now, it could be the person who's doing this, maybe comes from another culture, maybe comes from overseas. When and where is it coming from? Well, it seems to be coming from something to do with overseas. That's all I can say to you. It seems that somebody's either got an offshore bank account or some sort of money overseas. Maybe somebody has passed overseas and has left you money here. In terms of when, it looks to me like it could be 5 to 6 months away. That could be 5 to 6 weeks. So I'm going to leave that one open. It could be 6 weeks. It could be 5 weeks. If this is in regard to a work situation, something here, no, it definitely feels like the ending of something. There's something that's ended here that is sending something out to you. So it could be that you've got an inheritance, somebody's past that was overseas, or it could be that there is some sort of separation. Well done, Karen. I love the way you think. It looks to me like whatever it is happening in the next 5 to 6 weeks, or it could be 5 to 6 days, but I'm very, very unlikely that it would be. It looks like the money is coming from overseas for some reason or at a distance. So it could be, for example, coming from Victoria and you're in New South Wales. That would be distance enough in the cards. And it looks like it's either coming from the someone's estate, I want to say, or a divorce. But whatever it is, it definitely looks like it's coming to you. All right, let's have a look. Thank you, Rosie. All readings could be now or in the future, Janet. They could have already happened too. So I'm reading your energy. So sometimes it can feel like it's happening right now, but other times it will be the future. So no, I can't remember what I read for you now. So I can't help you with that one. Eleonora. Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you. Press the wrong icon. You've got a cranky person there. Okay. Okay. Tina, you didn't give me a question. Can I find you? Have you? I love question. All right, let's have a look. Okay. A love question for you. Yeah, I would have done that too, Karen. Just it's not being spiteful. Like if I couldn't work out, if I performed really well at an interview and I couldn't work out why I didn't get the job, and then they re-advertised it. I want to know exactly what was wrong with my interview, because if I interviewed badly, then I want that feedback. But also keeping in mind that there may be different people on the panel this time. All right. And also it shows enthusiasm. Tina, a lot of worry around you at the moment. In regards to a King of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I feel a little bit like you'd like more answers, you'd like more movement, you'd like more. If you're waiting for something here. But it sort of feels to me, because you've got a soul contract with this person, but there's almost like an energy of wanting things to go quicker or wanting things to move forward. You're coming up as the Queen of Swords here. I would say to you at the moment, the universe very much sort of showing the energy of just being patient and waiting. There seems to be communication coming in though, so hold tight, because there's definitely communication coming in from this person. But you've got like this sort of energy of a lot going on at the moment anyway. What I do see here, which I think is quite interesting, is another offer on the table. So you've got somebody else around you who's keeping a little bit of an eye on you here. But it's like they don't want to approach you at the moment because they feel like you're going through so much. So you sort of look like there's two sort of situations going alongside each other here. Now, the first situation looks to do with a water sign, and the second situation looks to do with a Sagittarius, Leo, Aries person. This person either works with you or has some sort of connection through work. But I feel like they're sort of waiting for you to get through some sort of phase here. They're waiting to approach you, but they're waiting for a phase to finish out. But you've got the victory card with this one. So there's possibly somebody else coming in to make an offer to you. There is a strong flavor of either work or something to do with your workplace. And I would say to you, you've got a lot going on at the moment. This person is not going to approach you while everything else is in flux. So maybe when things sort of clean up a little bit, they'll come towards you. All right. Okay, Rosie. Okay, should you contact Graham now or wait? Let's have a look. Okay. Should you contact Graham now? You know, okay, no, I'd contact him now. I'd say it's time to just sort of run the story past him. Run your ideas past him. Run what you want from him past him. Okay, because you've got the Temperance card here, which always says to me the time is right. Everything's right where it needs to be. So, yes, I would run the story past him. I can see someone researching here. This is sort of for me always the card of the internet, researching, finding clarity, looking for things. And there seems to be something that this person is coming up with here because the Ace of Wands is here. And I feel like with the Six of Swords coming through, it's allowing you to move past something. All right. So I would say to you, almost definitely is a good time for this person to be involved. I'm not sure if it needs to be full speed ahead at the moment, but I feel like you need to perhaps contact this person with the Page of Swords there. The Temperance card tells me that the time is right, but I also feel there's a little bit of, with that Six of Swords, sort of maybe setting the scene or sort of getting ready to set the scene for something. So, yes, I think it's a good idea. All right, Karen for Linda Wilson. Okay. Oh, okay. So you put, oh, that's a really nice thing to do. Linda asked me about things that were going on in her life at the moment. And then Karen's actually paid for her to have a little reading. That's beautiful. Yeah, it was very kind, Karen. Let's have a look for you. Okay. You've been fighting against, that's what I felt before, like you've been fighting against new beginnings for a long time. It's like the universe has been trying to get you to move forward, and you've been very, very reluctant to go forward. There's a lot of fear around you, a lot of feeling that you're scared of the new, or you're scared of change, or you're fearful of change, and it needs to happen. There is an ending that needs to occur here, and I feel like this may be just generally you need to finish things off, because I see you stepping into your 9 of Pentacles energy, which is beautiful, but there's some sort of balance you need. And because you've got this Strength card here, this always makes me feel, the Strength card always makes me feel there's some healing that needs to be done. Now, sometimes with the Strength card, it can talk about taming our inner demons. And for you, your inner demons, for me, feel like the fear of new or the fear of change. And I feel like here, this is about balancing that out. You know, sometimes we can get really locked into seeing the worst in things rather than the best in things. Sometimes we can get trapped in the energy of looking towards the negative rather than focusing on the positive. And that Strength card there tells me you need to understand there are things that you need to move away from that you have not moved away from. Now, sometimes this can be a way of thinking, which the Strength card makes me feel that it could be like chaotic thinking, for example, catastrophic thinking. But there are things here that you need to put down because you're not in your power. So that means you've given your power away to other people, or you don't feel powerful enough to go forward. Now, this says to me you have the capacity, but you've got to choose to go with it. So you definitely are coming up as the 9 of Pentacles, and I do have the Ace of Wands. So I feel like here you need to know that everything is going in the right direction, even if it seems catastrophic at the moment, even if things seem to be confused, even if things seem to be overwhelming, you are moving in the right direction, and it's going to bring you a lot of happiness here. You just can't see it at the moment. All right. You're beautiful, Karen. Thank you. Thank you, Rosie. Still happened, though. You're very welcome, Rebecca. Oh, you're both married. Okay, that makes a whole lot of sense then. I wasn't sure if you were sort of in the relationship that you were in, or whether you'd moved on, whether it was that person. But I feel like that is your biggest hiccup, is that both of you somehow are finding it hard to move on from that. Okay. You know, Scott, sort of get a little bit clear too, because, you know, not people pleasing and helping others can be quite different. You know, if you're helping someone, if somebody asks you to help, like to move house, and you say, yes, you don't want to do that, and you do, that's not always people pleasing. But if you find yourself saying yes, even when you don't want to, or you feel obliged or obligated to always do things, or you don't feel you have the power to say no, that is people pleasing. So you don't want conflict. So if you're saying yes to avoid conflict, that is people pleasing. If you want to help somebody move, or you want to help people, it may be something you're doing because you are trying to help them out. There's a little bit of a difference there. So don't think that helping people is always people pleasing. Okay. Oh my goodness, there's so much written here. Yes, no more readings, please. Okay, let's just have a look at XOs. What is your Aquarius boyfriend's next actions towards you? Okay. All right, Aquarius boyfriend's next actions towards you and your relationship. Your boyfriend is currently thinking about where he wants to go with something, all right? I feel like there is a choice being made about whether to make an offer to move into the next phase or next stage of your relationship. I feel like your person is looking at commitment, XO, but I feel like at the moment, let me show you. So this says to me your person is sort of taking time out. Now, that might not mean they've sort of taken time out and meditated. They may have just been thinking, I just need to put this on the back burner at the moment, because they're definitely thinking about your relationship here with the Two of Cups. But there seems to be some sort of decision they're making as to whether to give you a commitment or not. So it's sort of like it's up in the air at the moment. And I don't think your person's quite made their mind up which way to go. So let's just ask for a couple of okay, see, I can't tell you because you've got a victory in this hand and a moving away in this hand. So your person is right in the middle of making some sort of decision. They don't know whether they want a victory. This is the Two of Pentacles. Don't know whether they want to move forward with you or whether they want to move away. I've no idea what's going on for you at the moment. Yeah, look, conflict. So it's like there's not a definite no here that they don't want to move forward with you, because they do want to move forward with you. They're just not sure how at the moment, how they're going to make that happen. There's definitely a dissatisfaction here, but then your person wants a victory. So it's sort of like they do, but they don't, or they're not sure whether they want or whether they want to move away. So what I'd say to you is it's all in the hands of them at the moment in which direction they want to go in. What I would say in favor of it, though, is the Hierophant came out, which says to me there is a commitment coming, but your person is on the fence about it at the moment. All right. Oh, thanks, Rosie. Okay. All right. So you're feeling the same thing. Yeah. I feel like that they're thinking about it. So as long as they're thinking about it, XO, that's all you need to worry about. But they are going backwards and forwards on what they want here. So give them space. Give them space. All right. And I feel like the commitment will come. All right. I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. Please make sure you give me a thumbs up. I won't catch you next week, but I'll catch you the week after. However, in saying that, I could find time for an impromptu reading. So I'm backwards and forwards at the moment. Just bear with me. Sort of go through it with me. All right. Mwah. See ya.